Hello, James McHale with ABC News Early Edition. The live export industry is reeling at news Indonesia will accept just 1/5 of the Australian cattle it did last quarter. Producers warn the decision will create havoc and cost them millions. For more, we're joined by Sally Brooks, live now from Darwin. Now, Sally, first off, do we know what's prompted this drastic reduction?
James, the Northern Territory Cattlemen's Association, along with the Livestock Exporters Council, have today emphasised that this was really a decision made internally by the Indonesian government and not the result of any Australian policies or decisions relating to Indonesia. They said that it's sort of in line with the Indonesian government's strategy of wanting to be self-sufficient in terms of providing and using their own cattle to meet local supply. We heard from Alison Penfold from the Australian Livestock Exporters Council earlier today. This is what she had to say.
It certainly will present some challenges, particularly around shipping for the industry, but we've been trading with Indonesia now for over 30 years. We've had our ups and downs. The reasons for it haven't been made clear to us. One thing, though, is clear, that this is simply a decision related to the trade. It's unrelated to other issues that might be going on in the relationship between Australia and Indonesia.
Now, as we just heard there, the exporters believe this is a trade issue and not related to political issues, but the opposition is not so sure.
Yes, the opposition leader, Bill Shorten, today said that this news was of grave concern. He said that he hoped that Australia and Indonesia's political relationship hadn't influenced this decision in relation to cattle import permits. Indeed, the execution of 2 Australian drug smugglers earlier this year, Andrew Chan and Myron Sukumaran, plus allegations that Australian customs officials paid people smugglers to take asylum seekers back to Indonesia or to Indonesia, have certainly given rise to suggestions that perhaps political tensions between the two countries could have in fact led to this decision. But as we heard earlier, the Livestock Exporters Council have dismissed those suggestions.
And what has the Agriculture Minister had to say?
Today, Barnaby Joyce said that he would work hard to find alternative markets for the cattle. He also backed calls from the industry to change the way that permits are allocated. This is what Barnaby Joyce had to say earlier today.
I think the annual quotas would give us more resilience and more predictability. The quarterly quota system brings a form of uncertainty in price in Jakarta and uncertainty in supply from Australia.
So the exporters have today told me that some alternative markets could include either Malaysia or Vietnam, but the Northern Territory Cattlemen's Association has said that on such short notice, it will be difficult to transfer some of the cattle destined for Indonesia to other markets. But they really have emphasised that despite this bump in the road today, that Indonesia really does remain a key cattle trading import market. James.
Sally Brooks, thank you.